Welcome to the weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. Chicago reported 10 murders last week and sits at 224 on the year. 77% of the victims were black and 93% were shooting deaths. Philadelphia tied its worst week for murders this year, registering 13 homicides last week. Remaining second is Chicago with 193, which should be considered good since this time last year they were over 200. Baltimore had one of its best weeks all year, only logging 4 homicides. 86% of the murders this year have been shootings. The St. Louis area had its worst week in 5 weeks, adding 8 homicides. 9% of the victims in the St. Louis area have been children. Milwaukee, according to the website I used, didn't register any homicides last week, which, if that's true, is incredible. And Washington, D.C. added 5 to their total. Murders in the capital city are up 8% from this time last year. There were 9 mass shootings last week. Everyone's heard about the Uvalde, Texas mass shooting, but people don't realize that this literally happens every day. I started and will continue to cover these as they happen so people can realize just how common they actually are. The 9 incidents resulted in the deaths of 29 people and injuries to 48 others. The Uvalde mass shooting was the 213th mass shooting this year, and that makes for an average of over 1.5 per day. 23 children under the age of 11 were shot and killed last week. This includes the ones killed in Uvalde. 26 children aged 12 to 17 were shot and killed last week as well. In total, 141 children under the age of 11 and 511 between the ages of 12 and 17 have been murdered by gunfire this year. On to the murder-suicides. Now these are just the ones that are committed with a gun, which the majority are. So far in week 21, we're at 263 for the year, and that's an increase of 13 from last week. And we're currently averaging 1.8 per day, and overall average from last year was closer to 1.5 per day. Well, that's all I got for you today, but I'll be back next week with the week 22 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.